Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Music Show. I'm Ray Braselton, your host. Today we have Rusty Leyden of RL Music Ministries. He's a Christian musician, and he's a songwriter, and he's going to be doing several of the songs for us today. And by the way, welcome, and we're glad to have you on the show, Rusty. Rusty has actually been on the show before. He was in with two other Christian groups. A little bit different venues, a little bit different, or I should say genres, a little bit different sound, but it was very interesting. But this time we've got him to do the whole show, so this is the Rusty Leyden Show. so he's going to be joining us today, performing a lot of songs that in fact, I believe all the songs, if I'm not mistaken, are all written by Rusty. You'll be absolutely moved and inspired by these songs, the work he's put into them, but the way he got to them. We will be actually having a segment, which we usually call the Instrument Showcase. It will be just called the Showcase today, where we're going to be talking about how he wrote these songs, what moved him to and inspired him to write them, and kind of how he went about it. So that's something that will be coming up. We'll also be doing some talking of some testimony for us and of his life, which will be very interesting. But he's going to be doing a whole lot of great songs, and of course we have all our other segments that we do, which we have the interview, which will be coming up after he does a song or two, and then of course our teaching segment that we do. I'll be doing that for you today, and I'm encouraging a lot of you that may have guitars to actually bring your guitars to the TV, because I'm going to show you some more in addition to what I've shown you in the past couple of segments or shows, I should say. I'm going to be showing you a little bit more on how to play notes on the guitar and how to apply them. I think it'll be really kind of basic, but very interesting, and we'll be proceeding on with other teaching segments that I think you'll like. So we're going to also, of course, have our roundtable discussions, in which we'll be doing a lot of the talking of, where Rusty came from and how he got to where he is, why he has the RL ministry, and where he plays and all. So, stay tuned and enjoy a very, very nice Christian show with beautiful music written by a beautiful person. So here we go. Stay tuned.
This is the first song I wrote. It's called Trust in the Lord. When things don't make sense and life is overwhelming, trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. When problems are immense, it feels like you are drowning. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. Feel all alone and God seems far away, trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. If answers are unknown, you don't know how to pray, trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. He'll never leave you or forsake you. He will supply your every need. If you just trust, he'll bring a breakthrough. You must give up and let him lead. The Lord is always near, although you may not see him. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. There's no need to fear if you follow him. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. He'll never leave you or forsake you. He will supply your every need. If you just trust, he'll bring a breakthrough. You must give up and let him lead. Lord is always near, although you may not see him. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. There's no need to fear if you follow him. Trust in the Lord. 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 Trust in the Lord.
Hello, everybody. Glad to have you back with us again. Look, we have our guest with you. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Can you do that?
My name is Rusty Leyden, and I'm a Christian singer-songwriter.
Great. And a good one, too. And I've known Rusty for quite a few years. I think we first met you when you were doing a Christian concert for us at our place back in Marion. Must have been about 6 years ago. So awfully glad to have you back on the show, Rusty. Look, just was wondering, I know you said you were into the Christian ministry with singing and playing for people, but I guess I was just wondering if you could kind of tell us a little bit as to where you play out.
Well, I play all over. I played in southern, central, and northern New York and Buffalo area, mostly coffee houses. And I'd like to get more into more churches, and especially more locally.
I do churches myself, worship leader type services myself, and I could see that would mean a lot to you. And I'm sure that, and as you will see on the show, it's so inspiring. It would be very beneficial within a church service. And I assume you've done church service or two here and there.
A couple.
Yeah. What church are you affiliated?
Joy Community Church in Rochester.
In Rochester? The whole idea of being able to play music and sing Christian music is great. But, a lot of people, including myself, tend to sing other people's songs that they've written. But the great thing about Rusty is that he's the songwriter, too. And, we'll be getting into that during our showcase today with Rusty. And he's going to kind of tell you how he's inspired and maybe a little background on the whole idea of songwriting. So we're looking forward to that, Rusty. Again, can you tell us just a little bit about anything in the background with the Christian messages and everything that you can tell us that maybe comes to your mind when you're trying to write a song at all? Or
I just write him as he gives them to me. That's all I can say.
Okay, this is what he told me. He says, Ray, I can't say too much. He gives them to me, and I write them down. But we're going to get a little bit more technical later, okay? So everybody, again, glad to have you on the show. Glad to have you on the show. And we're going to be with you in just a little bit. I think we got a couple of songs for you, though. And so we'll talk about them in a little bit, okay? Okay, very good. See you in a bit.
And this next song I wrote is called He'll Calm the Storm or He Will Calm You. When the storms rage, beat up your soul, there's so much fear, God's in control. He'll give you peace to carry you through. He'll calm the storm, He will calm you. You must believe you're never alone. God's in the rain, wind that has blown. When the winds come, there'll be a breakthrough. He'll calm the storm, He will calm you. God knows the difference, He knows what's best. If you are hurting or need a test, He knows whatever you're going through. He'll calm the storm, He will calm the wind blow into your face. Hold on to Jesus, He'll give you the grace. His Spirit knows just what to do. He'll calm the storm, He will calm you. God knows the difference, He knows what's best. If you are hurting or need a test, He knows whatever you're going through. He'll calm the storm, He will calm you. He'll calm the storm, or He will calm you.
Welcome everybody to the showcase segment of the music show. And today we've been talking with and listening to great songs by Rusty Leyden of RL Music Ministry Industries, no, whatever, but music ministry, right?
Yes.
And very interesting that you somebody would have a music ministry and be able to do so much as you do, even to have what 3 CDs and now a couple of TV shows under your belt almost. And but what we were interested today for the showcase was actually what I was interested in. I want to share with them is how you go about coming up with these beautiful songs that you write. And by the way, you just, if you get a chance to get these CDs from him, because we wake up in the morning to these songs of his and eat breakfast to his songs and very often, and they just move you so much. So the thought and the inspiration comes from somewhere. Why don't you give us a little bit on that as to where you're getting all your...
Well, first of all, I think I was given a gift for writing way before I even became a Christian. Because before I became a Christian, I used to write songs.
Mm-hmm.
But since I became a Christian, it's really, they've been a lot deeper. The Lord has really given me songs. What happens is I usually have quiet time with the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm having quiet time, it doesn't happen every time I have a quiet time with the Lord, just sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't write a song every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I have quiet time with the Lord, and I look at my Bible, and I just have to be quiet and chill. And sometimes He'll give me an idea for a song, or sometimes I'm not even having quiet time. Sometimes I could be doing something around the house. He'll give me an idea for a song.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is, I get down, start writing the idea on paper, and it starts developing. He starts giving me the words line by line and the melody, and it comes together.
So it's not something like you pray about it, give me a song to write, necessarily.
I'm always praying, say, Lord, give me a new song.
Okay.
But that's a general prayer.
Right.
Yeah.
But just sometimes as you're praying, it hits you right there. And you have, of course, you got this gift. Actually, we all get our gifts from the Lord, and we got our gifts when in the secular, a lot of us in the
Right.
secular times of our lives, where we were playing out in the different bars and stuff all over the place. But we still had that gift of writing was still, and music was given to us. And as we get older and more mature in the Lord, we start using it for His glory.
That's right. That's what
And
RL
this
Music Ministry is all
RL
about.
Ministry is about, music ministry. Yeah. So, can you tell us any special technique at all? Is there a technique, or is it all? I don't know if you have some technique.
He's just developed it over the years.
Right.
It just comes naturally for me. I don't know. It's just I have my computer nearby. I have my Bible. I have pad of paper and pen, and I just sometimes I say I could be laying on bed and I'll get an idea for a song. Give me some words in my mind.
When you do it, do you like get the words and the music at the same time, or do you get the words first, or do you get the music first?
It usually starts out with a thought, an idea, and maybe a line or two. Then the music starts coming.
Right.
Usually, then I work at it together.
Well, that's always been something that everybody asks: what comes first, the words and the music? With anybody, but a lot of people ask that question. But it sounds to me like do you get partial music and partial words, and then go on and get more partial music, or is it all words and then all music?
No, it develops together.
Develops together. Now that to me is maybe I'm wrong, but it seems unusual. It seems like usually people get all the music, then they put the words to it. But God does it differently, doesn't He?
Well, it varies. It varies.
Yeah.
You know, but generally, I get well. Once I get the idea of the music, I get a better idea of the music, and I just basically I gotta work on the words more.
You are not rejected for what you have done. You have been accepted because of God's Son. Just ask His forgiveness, He'll forgive you. If you come to Jesus, you'll be renewed. You're accepted. You're accepted. Even when you've fallen, He's still with you. Even when you're broken, He will love you. He is our restorer. He'll heal your heart. He'll comfort your spirit. He'll fill each part. You're accepted. You're accepted. You are loved by the Father. Jesus died for you. Shame's not your name any longer. He has a new name for you. You're accepted. You're accepted. Even when you've fallen, He's still with you. Even when you're broken, He will love you. He is our restorer. He'll heal your heart. He'll control your spirit. He'll fill each heart. You're accepted. You're accepted. You are loved by the Father. Jesus died for you. Shame's not your name any longer. He has a new name for you. You're accepted. You're accepted. You are loved by the Father. Jesus died for you. Shame's not your name any longer. He has a new name for you. You're accepted. You're accepted. You're accepted. You're accepted. You're accepted. You're accepted. You're accepted.
There are many different ways, and I guess you could have, of course, like we said, Bible is a possibility, prayer is a possibility of a way, something that happened to you that day or that week, life experience.
Oh, definitely.
That all plays into it.
Mostly, yeah, quite a bit.
The life experience?
Yeah, quite a bit.
You know, I know that we're going to be breaking into a song after this segment, and what was the name of the song again?
So they will see Jesus in me.
They will see Jesus.
So they will see Jesus in me.
So they will see Jesus in me. Can you tell me a little bit about how you came to?
Well, as I've been walking with the Lord and growing in the Lord and getting closer to Him, I just see a need so much for people to know about Him. And you can't just tell people, they got to see Him. And so I've asked, it's a cry in my heart, Lord, let them see Him in me. Let them see Him in me and not just hear about Him from me.
You know, and you do a very good job of that, because people do see Jesus in you. I mean, just your heart, and especially through your music. But maybe you might have been a little bit different person today in Jesus being in you than you were years ago.
Oh yeah, every day I change.
Okay, so that's something that we're going to be talking about in the roundtable segment of our show, a little bit about your past and how you came to know Jesus, and also we will proceed through the show with some more songs. But this particular song that you're going to be doing is something we should discuss and talk about in the discussion roundtable that we're coming up with. So, we really want to make sure that everybody knows too that Rusty does have CDs, 3 CDs, and I wonder if you could mention for us the names of those CDs and how they can get a hold of them, what contact number.
Well, the first CD is called Amazing Love. The second CD is called Possess the Land Within Me. And the third CD is Peace of God Come. And they're title songs of each of those CDs. And they can be, just contact me if you want to, have me come to your church or anything, and if you want a CD, at rlmusicministry@gmail.com.
Great. We'll get you that information towards the end of the show one more time, okay, so that you have the opportunity to get in contact with them for those CDs. So stay tuned. We got this song that we're going to be talking about, and it's coming up right now, so we'll enjoy this segment, please. See you in a bit.
This next song I wrote is called So They Will See Jesus in Me. Give me eyes to see more clearly, change my heart so I will care for all the hurting people that I see everywhere. Help me love the world's forgotten, not ignore those in despair. As I look all around me, help me be more aware. I want to see as you see Jesus. I want to love as you love too. I want your compassion to always shine right through. Cause the world to see you, Jesus. Help me be as I should be. I want to make a difference, so they will see Jesus in me. Give me eyes to see the broken, cause my heart to feel their pain. So many lonely people you want to reclaim. Some don't know they're hurting, they're blind and cannot see. Help me show them Jesus, love you've shown in me. I want to see as you see Jesus. I want to love as you love too. I want your compassion to always shine right through. Cause the world to see you, Jesus. Help me be as I should be. I want to make a difference, so they will see Jesus in me. I want to see as you see Jesus. I want to love as you love too. I want your compassion to always shine right through. Cause the world to see you, Jesus. Help me be as I should be. I want to make a difference, so they will see Jesus in me. I want to make a difference, so they will see Jesus in me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's music lesson here at the Music Show. Going to pick up pretty much from where we left off and on our last music show segment. And we were talking about the guitar body position, right hand position, and left hand position. Now, very quick review. Sit up straight, guitar neck in, hold the left hand, you hold the thumb down low, and if you remember, this is the way we did it. Palm out, fingertips, fingers curled, and the fingertips close to the strings. The first finger goes over the first fret, second finger is the second fret, third finger is the third fret, and the fourth finger will be the fourth fret. Play close to the fret wires. So that's one thing that you should remember from the last time we got together. And then our right hand, you hold the pick with two fingers and thumb. If you remember, we tried to show you that one finger is a little bit longer than the other, so you just bring it in, put the two fingers straight like this, and the thumb equal with the two fingers. You slip the pick in like that. Now that's how you hold it. You hold your pinky curled down low underneath the strings, the kind of the center of the hole. You reach up with the pick at an angle up, and you reach down. This stuff we already covered. So we're going to go a little bit into note playing today. And with the note playing, I'll be showing you on the screen some of the notes. You'll see them. But you have notes all from the sixth string, first string, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth strings, all the way up those six strings. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and on. Now, we're going to real quickly cover the notes, their values. You will notice with the sheet that's on your screen that a quarter note is colored in black with the stem, gets one beat, just one sound, one beat. Pick the pick down and pick once. Or the half note is not colored in, you can see that. And it's like a not colored in oval with a stem going up. You pick it once, count 1, 2. If you have just an oval with no stem, you pick once and you count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all we'll be concerned about for right now. You also have, if you look below, there's a staff. You see a staff of 3 measures. Now, a staff consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces. You can count them. You'll see from the bottom up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines and 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. With these little short lines, you can see a kind of a pencil pointing at them, and they have they're called bar lines. They're very short, and they divide the staff into equal measures. That's what and it is the staff that the notes will be going on to, and they'll be divided equally in these measures. You will also have what we call time signature that you can see at the bottom of the page with 2 4 numbers, a 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. 4 on the top means 4 beats to measure. A 3 on the top means 3 beats to measure, and a 2 means 2 beats to measure. We won't discuss the bottom number right now. It'll only confuse you. But I want you to have that first basic knowledge of music. Now, moving along, well, if anybody has your guitar, it wouldn't be a bad time right now to hold your guitar in the positions we just talked about. And if you look, I have another page here, and you can look at that, refer to that, and then you can come back to me and look at my fingers. But our one note to start with on this page is an E note. E note, as we talked before, you got your first string, second string, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth strings. E note is your first string. And you pick that with your right hand, with your pick, and you pick that string down like we talked about with the pick at an angle and just pick downwards on it. That is your E note. And if you look at the
the note in the picture, you will see that it's on the top space of the staff. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces up. That's an oval with no stem on it, just like a donut, an oval. That's called an E note. You just pick the string, that's your E string, and you pick that note, and that's your E note. Now in this case, they're showing 4 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then if you put your first finger, and we'll let you see my first finger here, on the first fret, close to the fret wire, the tip with your fingers curled, pick it once. That's your F note. It's on the top line of the staff. And you pick it once, count 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you stretch to your third fret. Keep your first finger down when you go from F to G. Stretch, and that's your G note. That's kind of on top of all the lines and spaces. You pick once, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're using your fingertips close to the fret wires. E is open, F, first fret, close to the first fret wire, and G, you stretch your third finger to G. You want to maintain this position if possible. That will give you the clearest and cleanest notes. Very important you try to do it in this way. If you look at the page some more, you'll see exercise 1, and it gives you 2 E notes. So you pick E. Now these only get 1 count apiece because they're colored in, and they're called quarter notes. E, E, F, F. Stretch your third finger to G, G, F, F, E, E, F, F. Now these 2 notes are called half notes. They get 2 counts apiece. So you play the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are G notes with your third finger. Then you continue E, E, F, F, G, G, and then you can count 3, 4. It's the same as counting 1, 2. No real difference. It's at the end of the measure, so we usually say 3, 4. Continuing on, F, F, E, E, F, F, and then the G note count 3, 4, and then your E note count 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that happens to be in 4/4 time. That little C that you may see on your paper there, it's a C right after the treble clef. It means 4/4 time. Now the one below is 3/4 time. You see the 3 on the top of the time signature, and that means each note gets 1 count apiece, but there's only 3 quarter notes in that one measure. Remember, a measure is between the bar lines. Between the bar lines, you can see 3 black notes in each measure. So that's 3 counts. Now at the very end of the staff, you'll see 1 half note with a dot. That dot gives it a third count. Remember, the half note gets 2 counts, and the dot gets the third count. The E, F, and G would be played in 3/4 time. E, F, G, F, E, F, G, F, G, F, E, F, G, 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 E, E, F, G, G, F, 1, 2, 3. That gives you your E, F, and G note. That will start you out in learning notes on your guitar. We'll be starting on our B, C, and D note next segment, and I'll be teaching you in the next segment how to play that song that I started on the beginning of this show. It was called Ode to Joy, and I think that'll be something to look forward to on the next segment. And I'd like you to practice as best you can every day to get this down, see if you can understand it, see if you can do it, follow all the directions from the first 2 segments of today's music lesson that we had on previous shows, and then move on to this segment and follow the rules and directions as closely as you can. Practice, practice, practice every day. And we're going to go out on the song that we're going to be learning on the next segment, calling Ode to Joy. Thank you for joining us on today's lessons, today's music lesson on The Music Show. See you soon.
Shine your light through me so that all will see and they will give you praise. Cause your love to grow so that all will know the power of your grace. Change my heart inside cause I will to die.
one with you. Come alive in me, show me how to be what I need to do. Change me from the inside out, make my life stand out, don't let me be the same. Change me from the inside out, turn my life about, set my heart ablaze. Lord, be seen in me, live your life freely, make yourself completely known. I give up my will, lay it down until no longer am I own. Change me from the inside out, make my life stand out, don't let me be the same. Change me from the inside out, turn my life about, set my heart ablaze. Change me from the inside out, make my life stand out, don't let me be the same. Change me from the inside out, make my life stand out, set my heart ablaze. Change me from the inside out, make my life stand out, don't let me be the same. Change me from the inside out, turn my life about, set my heart ablaze. This next song I wrote is called Lord, Don't Move That Mountain. When I was writing this, the Lord was showing me how a lot of times we have mountains in our lives and we want Him to move them. But instead, we should ask Him to help us to walk through them, up the mountain and over the mountain. And that's what this song's about. I get weary from the trials. Sometimes I feel so weak. I can't even pray. I can't find the words to speak. I know you can move them so far away from me. Then I wouldn't learn a thing, 'cause you want me to see. Some trials come from Satan, but they all come through you. He can only do the things you allow him to. However they may come, you have a purpose and a plan. You knew what would happen before my life began. Don't take away the trial, though I may want you to. Help me to walk through it, Lord, I'll hold on to you. I know there's a reason, cause your light to shine. Lord, don't move the mountain, just give me strength to climb. Lord, don't move the mountain, just give me strength to climb. Some trials come from Satan, but they all come from you. He can only do the things you allow him to. However they may come, you have a purpose and a plan. You knew what would happen before my life began. Don't take away the trials, though I may want you to. Help me to walk through them, Lord, I'll hold on to you. I know there's a reason, cause your light to shine. Lord, don't move the mountain, just give me strength to climb. Lord, don't move the mountain, just give me strength to climb. Lord, don't move the mountain, just give me strength to climb. Lord, don't move the mountain, just give me strength to climb.
Well, we're back again with Rusty Leyden of RL Ministries, and glad to have you with us today again. I can't help but repeat how grateful we are that you finally come on the show and did a whole show instead of just a segment of the show. So we're going to continue with some of the stuff we talked about. Going into, I'd like to talk a little bit about your background and maybe get an idea of maybe your music background and any more that you want to share with us. And maybe you can start from, I don't know, 1953. No, we won't go that far back.
That's the year I was born. Right after high school, I started playing. I played all while I was young, but right after high school, I started playing in bars and clubs and venues. and I started playing country music, old rock and roll, pop music, and stuff with different bands. And I learned quite a few songs, and I started writing some songs. But the songs really weren't that good. They were okay. Anyway, I did that for a while, and then I went through a lot of struggles. My first marriage was very bad. I got a terrible divorce, and shortly after that, my dad died.
That's sad.
And my mom moved to Florida to be by my sister and my grandmother. And shortly after that, I moved down here to be with them. And for a while, I was just trying to build my life back together somehow. And I was drinking. I was drinking pretty heavily and playing, trying to pursue my music. And there was one point I couldn't keep a job. At one point I just I lived in my car. I didn't have a place to live.
Wow.
And then I met this guy who was down there, and he became my best friend. He played drums, and we played together. And he shared about the Lord to me, and I listened. My heart was being prepared to receive that. And then a little bit later, he shared how he was filled with the Holy Spirit and how it's changed him. And I seen a difference in him. I wanted that. And so I was staying with my mom at that point, and that night in my bedroom, I asked the Lord to be saved and to fill me with His Spirit. And I've been never the same since. It was just incredible change, how he just washed me, cleansed me of everything. And because I was not a very good person. And then a little while after that, my friend told me that he felt nudged by the Lord to bring me to Rochester, where he was from. And so I came up here, not knowing what to expect. And when I got here, I felt the Lord telling me He wanted me to stay here. And so I stayed here, and I started writing songs for Him. And that's where I met my first wife. My second wife, I mean, as a Christian. It was my first wife. And I was married 14 years to her, and then she died.
Yeah, she did some of your songs with me.
She sang with me, and she wrote some songs too with me. And
if people get your CD, they would hear
on the first CD.
What's the name of the first CD?
Amazing Love.
Amazing Love, and I was very impressed with the work she did with you on that. I think she played tambourine. Did she play tambourine?
Tambourine, and she sang background.
And she sung beautiful background. Yeah, very effective on the CD. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's fine. And so I was married 14 years to her, and she died of cancer. And I went through a difficult time, and the Lord brought me through it, and He healed my heart, and I remarried another Christian woman. And but my first marriage, my second marriage was the one who died. I had 3 boys.
Yes.
And my newer wife helped raise them. And they're grown. And I just continued to write songs and plug away. And then a while later than that, I started to feel the Lord was tugging my heart to start ministering. I was a worship leader at a church for a while.
Okay, so you
then the Lord just tugged at my heart, and He said, I didn't call you to be a worship leader, but a music minister."
Right, minister. Yeah.
And so I stepped down from that, and I started going to places.
But you're still involved with your church.
Oh, I'm still involved in my church, but I don't do worship.
Right, right. You know, it's interesting, and I want to hear some more because this is all what we're about today, is about the Lord Jesus Christ and how He moved in your life and what He's done with your music ministry. So if everybody would like to stay tuned, we're going to go to another song, and then we'll come back. So enjoy this beautiful song coming up.
Well done, my son. You pleased me so. When things got tough, you didn't go. You are my son, the one I chose, the reason why I died, and why I arose. Well done, my son. You've lived in me. You didn't serve the enemy. Press on, my son. It won't be long. Just look to me, my son. I'll make you strong. Though life seems hard for now, these things will pass away. As you go through the fire, you're purified each day. So don't look down upon these things you struggle through, because I love you, son. I prepared a place for you. Well done, my son. You pleased me so. When things got tough, you didn't go. Press on, my son. It won't be long. Just look to me, my son. I'll make you strong. Though life seems hard for now, these things will pass away. As you go through the fire, you're purified each day. So don't look down upon these things you struggle through, because I love you, son. I prepare a place for you, because I love you, son. I prepare a place for you.
Well, it's nice to have you back. Hope you enjoyed that song, and we're continuing on our conversation with Rusty Leyden of RL Ministries, Music Ministries, and we had talked a little bit about your past and some of your growing up years, your tough years, and gotten to all the way to your present wife and her taking care of your children from your second wife, I believe. And am I correct on that?
Yes.
And you want to continue from where we left off?
Well, yeah, I've also had to deal with a lot of health problems.
Yeah.
when I was married to my second wife, I had several different things happen to me. I fell and broke my neck, fell 10 feet, and I should have been dead or paralyzed, but the Lord protected me and kept me. I had open heart surgery where I almost went, and the Lord kept me there. And matter of fact, while I was laying in bed in the hospital room, I felt the Lord was telling me, I kept getting though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. And I felt the Lord telling me, I brought you through the valley. And then later on, I've had prostate cancer. I've had melanoma cancer. I can't survive those. I mean, there's been many different things, and most recently, I've been having more heart problems. And so, the Lord's been bringing me through it, but He's been keeping me for a reason. Yes. And I'm ready if it's time, but I guess not yet. Yeah. But He's still working in me. He's still growing, trying to change. There's a lot of things. We're never going to be perfect and change until we're there.
Well, it's just a beautiful transformation in your life, and it's beautiful to see in you. And like I say, your music touches my heart greatly and my wife's. And I know that you would be very touched by his music also. It's the words are very, very much written through the Holy Spirit, from what I can see. And I hope that you get a chance to. We mentioned the one tape, which I think you said, which was the first one you just mentioned.
Amazing
Love. And then you had one after that.
Possess the Lamb Within Me.
Okay.
And then the most recent one is Peace of God Come.
Right.
And I'm about to start a new one.
Now you're selling these too?
Yes.
Okay.
I sell them for $10 a piece.
Okay.
It's all for the ministry.
And where can people get in contact with you?
They can contact me through my email address, whether they want to have me come to their church and sing, or any venue, or if they want a CD at rlmusicministry@gmail.com.
Great. Well, it's been a great pleasure to have you on the show, Rusty. Well, I have to shake your hand now before I forget. But to thank you for being on the show. And just let you know that I'd love to, if we get a chance, you and I, to work together sometime. I would love it if you'd let me. but you do a lot of mainly solo things. I don't know, you don't charge. With being solo, you don't charge as much as a band would, or something like that.
Well, I don't charge. I leave that up to the Lord to provide. It laid on people's hearts to give an offering or whatever. I don't come out and say I charge this fee.
Right. Well,
because it's not entertainment to me. It's ministry.
That's right. So if you all would like to have him at your church or any of your Christian functions, I know that you played all over. The state, and
I really would like to be more locally.
Yeah, well, we'd really like to have you, and everybody, I so much hope you enjoyed this exceptionally beautiful show with Rusty, and hope that you will come back and see us again on all our other great shows that we have here on the Music Show. And everybody have a very good week, and God bless you all. See you soon. Bye.
This next song I wrote is called He Will Lift You Up. Life gets hard, you're weary in the battle, you try your